Oh, it says
I second that.
Yeah, we're good. I'm gonna mute.
Hey there, it's good to see you.
Hi all.
You too. Hello.
Hi, everybody. Good evening.
How's it going? It's
Good.
going.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Good to hear that.
Hello, Martine. Ooh, Carrie. That looks so cool.
A little bit of fall.
I have a baby.
Oh, how cute.
It still won't eat on its own.
Oh.
She's adopted me.
Is that cat number 99?
That's pretty much it.
Hi, everybody. Good to see you all. Carrie, take me there. I didn't get an invite.
I know.
I know.
I'm ready.
Me too.
Listen, it's going to be a rough night. The lady next door has a dog visiting and Nikki's going nuts.
No.
So I closed the doggy door. I could still hear the yipping next door. So I gave him the biggest bone I could find, try to shut him up throughout the board meeting.
That's
The
good.
open soul daisy, Jennifer. Oh my God. You know where that scenery is from, Carrie? Because I'm going to buy a ticket and leave in the morning.
I have no idea. I just grabbed it off of Google.
Beautiful. Hey, Jet.
Hey, Jen.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing well.
Good. We've got about 1 more minute. There's Miss Sarah Reyes. Good evening.
Hey, Jose.
Good evening. Hello.
Hello. Okay, it's 6 o'clock. So Carrie, do you want to do roll call?
Absolutely. Martin Cazada,
Here.
Jose Arenas.
Here.
Oh, there she is. Hang on 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Hilda Ortega Rosales,
Here.
Jet White,
Here.
Susan Sarin.
Here.
There being 5 members, there is a quorum.
I'll call the regular board meeting of the Pendergast Elementary School District to order. As a reminder, please mute your microphones when others are speaking and unmute when it's your turn. This will help with any background noise. And welcome to everybody joining us on Facebook tonight. Thank you for joining us for the meeting. Effective immediately and until further notice, the Pendergast School District Governing Board will be enforcing the Center for Disease Control guidance to limit all public gatherings to 10 people. As such, this meeting will be held telephonically with no public in-person attendance. There will be no call to the public, and this is referenced by Arizona Attorney General opinion dated March 13th, 2020, concerning Arizona open meeting law and COVID-19. Again, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. First on the agenda, can I have a motion to adopt the agenda as presented?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and second. Is there any discussion? Carrie, roll call.
Martin Cazada,
Yes.
Jose Arenas,
Yes.
Hilda Ortega Rosales,
Yes.
Jet White,
Yes.
Susan Sarin.
Yes.
There being 5 in favor, the motion carries.
And next, we'll have a summary of current events from the superintendent and the governing board. Dr. DeBlue, do you want to start it off?
Yes, thank you, Madam President, members of the board, cabinet, members of the community. Thank you for joining us. It's always great to see all of you, even though it's via Zoom. Please check out our website for the latest information on the COVID cases in our zip codes. We are still not quite there, so very little improvement, but improvement indeed. And we'll keep on letting you, keeping you informed to know what's going on and the possibility of when school is opening, which we don't know at this time. And once again, I just have to thank our amazing teachers. I think it was yesterday was National Teacher Day. Just to thank all of our amazing teachers that are out there for the work that you're doing and how much we appreciate you. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Mr. White?
Thank you, Madam President. Again, just thankful for the virtual parent lunches. Had an opportunity to watch it, and in previous opportunities just haven't been able to attend. So it's really great to have that online and have folks be able to watch. It was great to see Ms. Helen get her award and be recognized for the hard work that she's doing, and the hard work that our principals do, and really the humility that she shows as well, because having that great staff and having the right people in the right seat, or whatever other cliches that you want to throw out there to help Garden Lakes be successful. Also great to see the DM showcase, seeing students showing their learning, having those ambassadors. And it's good to see the periodic table of video games and the periodic table of baseball teams, and other things as well. So that was a good flashback to chemistry. And then, like Dr. DeBlue said, just keeping up on the website. Again, I think that data is a week or two kind of behind that the county puts out, and so it seems to be fluctuating a little bit and kind of improving and then kind of sliding back and then improving and sliding back. So just making sure that we're keeping up with the data that the county and the state puts out there. And then just to put my parent hat on for a second, it's really fascinating. Dr. Cruz, be thankful that I don't have your cell phone number. So I've just been reaching out to my elementary friends, my elementary teachers who are friends. It's just really fascinating to sit next to a first grader and see that scaffolding, and seeing, we talk a lot about vertical alignment, but to go all the way down to first grade. And as I'm doing one-step equations with my freshmen, I'm looking over and they're doing a fill in the blank in first grade. That's pretty similar to that algebra as well. So I took a picture of that and sent it to my friends, and it's kind of mind blowing to see that happen. And the frustrations that come from why PH makes an F sound and why K and N is silent, and when do we know when a Y is the vowel and when it's a consonant. So it's fun having those conversations and seeing that, learning that, I wouldn't normally see. So just to put, I know we're not where we want to be virtually. We're not in an ideal situation, but trying to see the silver lining and the positives from that. And then last but not least, ballots mailed tomorrow. If you have an early ballot that you've requested, make a plan. For me, I'll get it in the mail. My wife will get hers in the mail. And then I think I'm going to actually drive it to the county recorder's office, partially to get out of the house for a little while, and partially just to make sure that it gets dropped where it needs to go. And then the voter registration has been extended as well to October 23rd. So still a couple of weeks if you have not yet registered for that. And that's all I have, Madam President. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ms. Ortega Rosales.
Thank you, Madam President. I echo everything that my peer has just shared with us, Mr. White. Just an emphasis around the lunch and learn. I too was able to participate, and it was an incredible event. It in my mind demonstrates that even though we're not doing these in person and having the wonderful breakfast or lunch, for our community, they still are engaged. They still want to learn about what we're doing. And in particular, we had an excellent turnout of our community members, our private sector, those business partners that have continued to support us. And so, quite frankly, I think despite all the challenges, we're doing quite well in that area. I too want to re-congratulate Ms. Heelan for the awesome recognition she was given as Principal of the Year. Definitely deserved, and she is an example of the kind of leadership that we have on our school bus. I also want to reiterate that the ballots are coming out very soon. Of any year that I have ever voted, and I voted exactly the first time I was able to. I've never missed an election since. This is the one year that I believe is incredibly important and will have multi-generational impact on policies that make a difference for our community. So please participate in the election. Your voice needs to be heard. One other thing in terms of the lunch and learn, or learn and lunch, which one is it? Lunch and learn. Lunch and learn. Desert Mirage, and I'll say it, my kids went there, and so I know that school very well. And all three of my kids are, if I can humbly say, a great product of that school. If there's anything that's challenging for our teachers is the engagement of our students through virtual learning. And if you did not have the opportunity to be a part of that event, it is recorded. And I would encourage you to take a look at it, because it'll inspire you in terms of what our teachers are doing to engage our students and to not miss a beat in terms of learning, even though it's not in the classroom, but in a virtual setting. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Senator Quesada.
Yeah, thank you, Madam President. Yeah, just to echo what my two colleagues have mentioned, I also got to go to the lunch and learn, and it was great. I'm really glad to see us continue what some of the things that I think have always been one of the best things about our district is our relationship with our community, and for us to continue that even with obstacles, I think was fantastic. And I saw that Ms. Shafir posted in the comments that we had 116 participants at that last one. So that's really good. So keeping 116 people engaged and able to show up for this and to sit down in front of a computer and log on. Just congrats to all of you for doing that. And it was a great program. Congrats to Ms. Helland as well for her award. Just in closing, I will just mention that in addition to ballots being mailed out, the registration or the deadline to register to vote was yesterday, but there was a court case that just happened yesterday as well. And that voter registration deadline has now been extended till October 23rd. So if you thought you missed the deadline to register to vote for this election, you still have time to do it. Right now it's extended till the 23rd, but it may not stay that way because I know it's being appealed right now. But there's an opportunity now to still register to vote. So I would encourage you to register everybody who's in your home, your kids, your partner, your spouse, your coworkers when you're not at work, and your friends and family. So please do that. Please take advantage of this opportunity. Our state has increased dramatically with our voter registration numbers, but there's still tens of thousands who can vote, and were expected to have been registered to vote, but because of the pandemic and everything that happened, they probably didn't. So now you have a little bit of extra time, so please do that. And I'm excited for the rest of our agenda. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Mr. Arenas?
Yes, in the spirit of not repeating what everyone has said, I guess I will repeat a couple of items. One is that congratulations to Miss Helen. She's done a wonderful job, and I believe leading Garden Lake School, her and her team, and she's there was a transition there about 5 years ago. Time has flown, right? 4 years ago, maybe, and she's done a wonderful job and continued to sustain the energy or the synergy there. So thank you to Miss Helen and congrats. Also, a big shout out to our teachers and staff members who've worked really, really hard this last quarter. It's a whole different world. We know that. There's nothing I can say that you don't know in terms of the world we live in right now, especially the educational ecosystem. So as we get into our first quarter, a little break next week, I certainly wish each and every one of you, faculty and staff members, the best. I certainly do. I think this week is parent-teacher conferences. So we have some abbreviated schedules. So hopefully Gabriel, my little grandson, will be pleased with the little break in the schedule. And then a couple of, some deepest concerns and shout outs and love and care to the Ortega Rosales family during this difficult time that our very own Miss Hilda Ortega Rosales is going through and her family. We love you, Miss Ortega Rosales, you know that. And then Mr. Sierra, Lorenzo Sierra is a dear friend. He's a public school advocate. He's a dear friend of ours in the West Valley community, as we all know. I certainly, I'm sure Senator Casala may have an update, but I certainly hope that all's out well with him and his family and his wife. He's just a great man, a great patron, and a great leader for our West Valley. So with that said, Madam President, that's all I have.
Thank you very much. And I'd like to give a shout out again too for the community partners lunch and learn. It was fantastic. 116 participants, and I know it's going to grow. Word of mouth, and then if people see it, because it was recorded, I think it's fantastic. Shout out to Desert Mirage and Mr. Matt for showcasing, the distance learning, and to the teachers and to the students that participated. It really was great. And I will add my comments too for Ms. Helen for being the Maricopa County exemplary principal. Fantastic job. Thank you so much. And like Mr. Arenas said, I hope everybody relaxes next week for the break, and then we'll be ready to go again in a week from now. And I want to thank everyone, our administration, our teachers, our classified staff, for everything you do and for keeping us all safe during this time. Parents, thank you for your patience. We aren't going to go back until it's safe. So thank you for hanging in there with us. We appreciate it. And then next on our agenda is consent agenda items A through H. Can I have a motion to approve consent agenda items A through H?
Make a motion.
And I'll second that. Any discussion? Okay, Carrie, roll call.
Martin Quezada,
Yes.
Jose Arenas,
Yes.
Hilda Ortega Rosales,
Yes.
Jet White,
Yes.
Susan Sarin.
Yes,
There being 5 in favor, the motion carries.
thank you. Dr. DeBlue, are there any new hires or other announcements you'd like to make?
Yes, Madam President, members of the board, cabinet members of the community. We have 4 new hires I'm proud to introduce. Thank you for approving them. Rita Castillo Anchondo, General Helper in the Maintenance Department. Sylvia Mejia, Instructional Assistant with the Teach Program at Desert Horizon. Victoria Padilla, General Helper in the Maintenance Department. And Anesia Rochelle, Instructional Assistant with the Teach Program at Desert Horizon. Congratulations. Thank you for joining a winning team. We look forward to having you on board at the Pendergast Elementary School District, the district that believes in you. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. And again, congratulations to our new hires. Next on our agenda, we have a presentation from Ms. Joanne Fembres for the 2020 Annual Public Report and the M&O Override and Capital Improvements. Ms. Fembres, do you want to take it?
Sure. Good evening, Madam President, esteemed board members, Dr. DeBlue, members of cabinet, and members of our audience. I will go ahead and share my screen and bring up the presentation. Okay. All righty, so good evening. And what we have this evening is the maintenance and operation and override update. So taking a look at our first slide here, what we have is the maintenance and operation override. We have our M&O override that was just renewed over the past year. So we're looking at fiscal year 20. We have a override capacity of $7,559,901. And this allows us to take a look at the breakdown of how the funds are utilized. So when it comes to the maintenance and override budget, we have our class size reduction, which in fiscal year 20 accounted for just over 2.1 million. We have our allocation that goes to art, music, and PE because our override does help provide those specials. So we're just under 2.5 million in expenditures in those specials. And then we also have allocation and funds that go towards our counselors, 939,220. It also assists with our school health services, and that equated to 544,270. And then again, our M&O override does allow us to provide full day kindergarten. Our funding formula only provides half of a day for kindergarten, so the M&O override provides for a full day kinder, and that equated to a little over 1.2 million. And
Ms. Fembres, I'm sorry to interrupt. Can you advance to the next slide to show all those figures?
Oh, did it not come through for you?
No, it didn't for me, so.
Oh goodness, okay.
Joanne, it's showing your PowerPoint, not the show part. It's actually on PowerPoint, not show.
Okay, is that not showing for you?
That's correct, I think. Is that?
Well, I'm not quite sure what's happening here then.
Let's see.
I'm going to stop sharing. Let me try one more time. So sorry about that.
No, no problem.
For me, I could see it, and it said that I was sharing up on top. So.
Okay, now we can see the one you were talking about.
Can you see it that way or no?
Yeah. Well, it changed and it's very small now.
Okay, is that a better view?
That's a better view, correct.
Okay, I'll go ahead and leave it there then since it's working then. All righty, so where were we then? Okay, so for fiscal year 2020, you can see where each of the allocations. I can run through the numbers again. We have class size reduction, we have art and PE, art, music, and PE, we have the counselors, our school health services, full day kindergarten, and then our media specialists. And so with that being said, the total allocation for that equated to just under 7.7 million. So even though our override capacity was 7.5, we did have a state allocation of 138,808 that then had to contribute and assist with regards to those areas. Okay, so taking a look at fiscal year 2021, our override capacity for our current fiscal year is 7,432,192. For class size reduction, we are looking at just under 2 million, so 1,959,420. We have art, music, and PE at just over 2.7 million. The allocation for counselors, 931,797. The allocation for school health services, 540,545. And then again, full day kindergarten, 1.2 million. And then media specialist, 319,000. So even though our override capacity is 7.4 million, the total amount supported for this current fiscal year is 7.6 million, so actually closer to 7.7 million. So then that means that we are utilizing 247,982 out of our state allocation. Okay, moving on to our capital improvements. Taking a look at our bond. So we did have our bond, our 2016 bond proceeds. We have had bond sales, and so to date, our net sale cost is $45,888,699. Our expenditures to date are $35,009,664, and our remaining balance to spend is $10,879,044. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and go over what type of projects did we have over the past year. We did have upgraded fire alarms at Amberlea, Pendergast, Rio Vista, and Westwind. We did have some concrete replacements in a couple areas, Westwind and Warehouse. Our parking lot renovations, restriping and resurfacing at various locations, roofing, weatherization projects, and I am including the SFB roof restoration because we did have 2 active campuses, even though it doesn't fall under bond. I did want to go ahead and showcase that and let you know that we did have the SFB assist us on Copper King and Desert Mirage and work there. Painting projects, and then we did have the completion of our Desert Mirage classroom renovation project. We always take a look at our playgrounds and our landscape on an annual basis. Water fountain upgrades, that was important at a number of our sites. Camera system installs and repairs, as well as intercom and bell system installs. And then of course we had the Lenovo laptop project that we had in purchasing Lenovo laptops for our instructional staff. Oh, I missed a slide there. Okay, so the first slide that we have here is the completion of our Desert Mirage classroom improvements. So these are just a few snapshots of the final phases of that project. As you can see, our classroom renovations have really gone well, and our schools have greatly appreciated, so Desert Mirage is very pleased with the outcome of the work that has been done on their campus. Taking a look at our district painting, we did have some paint work at Amberlea, Canyon Breeze, Desert Horizon, Sunset Ridge, Sonoran Sky, and the PLC. So a lot of it was exterior painting that was completed, and we did have a couple sites that did have some interior paint work that was done as well. Taking a look at our parking lots. So parking lot renovations, we did have the addition of our parking lot over at the Pendergast Learning Center. And obviously you can see the aerial view here of the parking lot. We also had some resealing and restriping at a number of our campuses. And so that obviously has helped in the wear and tear of our parking lots of each of our campuses. So good work happening there. And here is just a visual of our water fountain upgrades. So you can see the new water fountains that have been installed at Copper King, Desert Horizon, Pendergast, and Westwind, along with the bottle filler, which is a great thing. So our students and our staff have the ability to fill their water bottles if they wish. Okay, taking a look at our roofing projects. We've had roofing projects at Canyon Breeze, Rio Vista, Sonora and Sky, Sunset Ridge, our Learning Center, as well as maintenance and warehouse. So you can see an aerial view of the work that was done at Sunset Ridge as well as Rio Vista. So we have had obviously roof replacements done, but we've also had work done on our flat roofs as well. So recoating of the flat roofs as well. And then playgrounds and landscape improvements. When it comes to playgrounds, obviously replacement parts for our playgrounds. We've also added some shade structures in many areas, irrigation work at a few of our campuses. So doing our best to maintain the outside, the outdoor facilities, locations of our facilities. So good work happening there for our students and staff. And then again, the Lenovo laptops. When we purchased the Lenovo laptops, we also incorporated the work of having them etched with our Pendergast logo and obviously identifying information for those laptops as well. On the IT side, we've also had security camera work at Sonora and Sky and Via de Paz, and then we've upgraded our fire alarms at Amberlea, Pendergast, Rio Vista, and Westland. So taking a look at our current and upcoming projects for fiscal year 21, we have had the opportunity to not only encompass a large amount of projects. So some of them started in 20 and they've rolled into 21. Obviously the fire alarms, some parking lot work, roofing and weatherization projects. We are looking at restroom remodels and we are preparing and planning for that. So right now we're in the preliminary work of preparing for Canyon Breeze and Canyon Breeze and Sonora and Sky for the restroom remodels. We have painting projects. We have upcoming flooring work at Rio Vista. There was a new filing system that was just completed over at our Learning Center for our Ed Services Department, concrete work. And then we are preparing for our Garden Lakes classroom renovation. So our next campus that will be receiving classroom renovations is Garden Lakes. And then obviously we are planning on some HVAC work being done, camera system installs, intercom bell system, just continuing with that project. Also looking at continuing the bus replacements and working on that replacement plan. So we're looking at bringing in 2 more buses and replacing those, and also looking at a van for our information technology department. And that completes the presentation and the work that we have to showcase for you.
Thank you, Ms. Fembrace. Are there questions from the board?
Yeah, I'll ask.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Martine. Sorry.
Okay, thanks. Thank you, Madam President. Joanne, I'm wondering, with the timeline of some of our capital projects, has the pandemic and going virtual, has that changed some of the timeline on that or allowed us to speed anything up?
Actually, it has. It has. Not having staff and students on our campuses has allowed a lot of the work to be completed actually in a shorter time frame. Normally when it comes to roofing work, we would not have them working during the course of the day. We would have them coming in during the off hours when we do not have students and staff on campus. So of course, something of that nature allowed them the ability to be on campus because we did not have our campuses occupied.
Cool. No, that's great. I think it's a glass half full way to look at things.
Most definitely.
Exactly. Mr. White, did you have a question?
I did. Thank you, Madam President. So I just wanted some clarification, I guess, for going back to the first 2 slides about fiscal year 2020 and then fiscal year 2021.
Yes.
And just looking at the amounts, like I can understand why class size reduction might be reduced. That funding amount might be reduced because of our numbers. Full day kindergarten, which I don't think people are aware of, that the state only funds half day kindergarten. So that's still a struggle. But the same thing there. Are the decreases, mostly decreases in the other areas, just a function of the funding decrease, right? If I'm understanding correctly, is it like every year that amount decreases? So obviously there are decreases to those buckets then? Does that make sense?
Right, it is our funding, which basically, taking a look at our student count, our enrollment, but also looking at our staffing. That contributes to that as well.
Thank you.
Other questions? Ms. Ortega Rosales?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. Ms. Fimbres, first of all, let me congratulate you on the incredible work that you and your staff are doing to ensure that our community's taxes are well at work in serving our students and our staff. It's a great list of projects that are essential. First of all, for safety purposes, making sure that everything is running so that our kids are safe, that environmentally we're putting in the right equipment to save our environment, and in this case, the ability to refill their bottles versus getting bottled water, from their homes. So many things that we are doing to make a difference across our community. And it's important for our community to have these periodic reports and presentations so that they are well aware of where their funding, their taxes are going in the future of our community, which is our students. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Other questions? Ms. Fimbres, thank you for the presentation. The visuals on some of the improvements in our schools were great. The water fountains, the classrooms, the restrooms. And as Ms. Ortega Rosales says, it's great for the community to actually see where the bond dollars are going, as well as, the override monies. Thank you so much for a great presentation. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for appreciating the hard work that our operation team has been doing. So yeah, we're doing our best for our students and staff. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. And yes, the list, you've done a great deal this year. Thank you so much. Let's see, next on the agenda. Are there any items anyone would like to see added to a future board agenda? There being none, the next regular meeting, again, it'll be on Zoom and Facebook Live, will be Tuesday, October 27th. Again, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Thank you again, Ms. Fimbres, for the presentation. We appreciate everyone. And again, thank you on fall break. I hope you all have a great time off. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
So moved.
Mr. Arenas made a motion. Mr. White,
I'll
do you want to
second.
second that? Thank you. Carrie, roll call.
Martin Cazada,
Yes.
Jose Arenas,
Yes.
Hilda Ortega Rosales,
Yes.
Jet White,
Yes.
Susan Sarin.
Yes.
There being 5 in favor, the motion carries.
Okay, the meeting's adjourned. Again, thank you, everyone. Have a good evening.
Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you to everybody. Good night.